She's on the board of directors of Foster Parents and New England Exotic Wildlife Sanctuary. Jennifer Yorty is with us. She's the sanctuary director, and Bernadette Brennan, she is the media marketing manager and photographer extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire, my dear.
And so you had this horrific fire last year that I guess destroyed the facility.
So about 1/3 of our building was destroyed in this fire,
Okay.
which, yeah, it was just an incredibly fast-spreading fire. We had a whole house fire alarm wired up, so the fire department was on site almost immediately. But even so, yeah, about 1/3 of our building was destroyed. So yes, we are raising money to...
Well, before that, let me ask you a
Sure.
quick question. How big a building is it?
I think 20,000 square feet.
So we're talking
Yeah, it's
pretty
a
substantial.
significant
So my
area.
assumption is that the birds that are there, did you lose any birds in the fire?
We did. About 100 birds and mammals lost their lives in the fire.
And you're able to accommodate the remaining in the space left?
Yes, so the remaining birds are accommodated well in the remaining space for the time being.
So you are now beginning a fundraiser, and tell us about that.
Yeah, so we are raising funds to rebuild that section of the building that was lost, but beyond that, that's not enough. As I said, our building is able to house the remaining birds and animals for now, but this building was never really adequate for our needs. As we mentioned kind of at the beginning, we are in the Chickadee Farms building, so a lot of local listeners might kind of be familiar with the old Chickadee Farms. This is a chicken farm that was built in the 1960s. We've made renovations to make it work for our needs as a sanctuary, but it is not optimized for caring for parrots. What we need, what we are working to raise funds to build, is a facility that will allow us to really streamline our basic care and to improve our biosecurity and provide better access for the birds to things like sunlight and fresh air and these big open spaces where they can interact with other birds, so that we can care for more birds using
So this is a whole new building?
It's a whole new building,
So
yeah.
tell us, because I want to make sure that we're able to fit everything in. Tell us exactly about the fundraiser, how people can participate.
Right, so it's a virtual auction is what we're doing right now. We've got some other efforts going on, but what we're talking about today is a virtual auction, which people can bid on a bunch of different items that have been donated by. We've had incredible support from the local community, a lot of great items donated, including there's a dinner at the Weekapaug Inn, there's an original oil painting by the Rhode Island artist and actor Eric Lutz. There are Newport and Providence experience packages, a ton of original artwork, jewelry, pottery, gift baskets, all kinds of things, which people they can go to our website at fosterparents.com, and there will be a link there to the auction site where they can go and check out all these different items available. Bidding will open on this Saturday, October 1st, and it'll go for 3 weeks, closing on October 22nd. So people can check it out and really need your support.
That's good. What's your goal?
Our goal is to raise the funds for this building. We are at about
We're probably about 70% of the way there. It's one of building is definitely a challenging long-term project, but this auction is really critical in sustaining us through the completion of this building, but what we have to do day to day as well as the construction. So if we could bring in $25,000 on this, we'd be really happy. But the sky's the limit of the needs of these animals never ends. So bid often and bid high.
Yeah. And what will the building cost?
Oh goodness.
Estimate.
I think at this point we're looking at least at about $4 million altogether.
Wow, okay. And you say you're 70% there?
Close to it.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So this is any other fundraisers on the horizon, or is this is a big one you want to focus on now?
This is the big one we're focused on right now.
And don't forget doing Tuesday though.
Oh, yeah, of course. There will be more coming down the pipeline, but
Okay.
this is the one we're focused on.
Great. So again, it's fosterparrots.com.
Yeah.
You can access that, you can find out all about the virtual auction. We only have about a minute left, but a last question. If somebody is sitting there and and because it seems to me that there may be, you must get some of your birds through people who, and you mentioned people who pass, and the birds and people who are left, they don't know what to do
Yeah.
with this bird. I presume they go to a pet store or whatever, and eventually we get sent your way, or somebody feels they can't take care of an animal anymore. How can we do that? How can they
So-
refer an animal to you?
The best way is to go to our website, fosterparents.com, and you can fill out a surrender form, and that'll put you into the adoption and surrender conversation. We've got an amazing team that review all the bird profiles, the situations, and identifies as a home candidate or a sanctuary candidate.
Now, do you think it's appropriate that Lauren has a pet chicken?
It's a loaded question.
Well, yeah. Our animal care director has a soft place in her heart for chickens. We love chickens.
And we like to think of the term as, not pets, but we're their caretakers, and we're offering home sanctuary.
So all right, so Lauren feeds this chicken. He says it's not his pet chicken, but the pet chicken comes into his backyard, he feeds a chicken. Wouldn't that make it a pet chicken?
I just took my ring cat rats in my backyard.
Is this just a wild chicken that comes to your house?
That just wanders around the neighborhood.
Sounds like it's your friend chicken.
Yeah.
Friend chicken, friend chicken, I like that.
Yes.
All right, on that note, I've got to turn to Wolfman Zach, and ask him what time it is.